and today we are showing you how to dehydrate vegetables, fresh vegetables. I am Tara, this is my mom Jill. We are the authors of the Dining on a Dime cookbook where you can eat better, spend less. Grab your copy at livingonadime.com today. All right, Mom, how do we do this?
All right, these are fresh vegetables. I wanted you to see, we left this unpeeled because you can scrub them really good and just not peel them if you don't want to peel them. This has roots growing on it. And what I do is my fresh vegetables, if I have 2 or 3 carrots that are starting to get a little floppity, you know how they do, or celery, any type, green peppers, they're starting to get a little bit, I take them and grab, even if there's 2 or 3 of them, I just grab them up, slice them, and put them on the dehydrator. And then that way I can store them and you know, not waste them.
And one thing, if they are floppy and you want to eat them now, put them in a bowl of ice water and they'll crisp
right back up. Yeah.
So, but if they're already partially dehydrated, you might as well go ahead.
Yeah. We were supposed to use some of these for the video today, and Tara had them laying out on the counter, some old ones. She had laying there for 2 days. I said, what is this, a new type of dehydrating on the counter? So, so I do these, I'm not keeping them, you try to keep them even, but as you can see, I'm not. This is about the right thickness that you want to do them. And you just lay them out in one layer. You don't have to measure, make sure you get them all perfect on there. I just scatter them out, you know, and don't worry about it. Celery,
same thing. Same
type of thing. You could even do, you know, like if you wanted to take something like this, when I dehydrate them, I use them in soup and stew, so I don't want big chunks like this, you know, but a person could. But once again, here's the general thickness of the celery. So, and just spread them out. Now, don't toss these away. These will be good for vegetable broth or something like that. So just lay those on there along with it, and you can use all of that.
Yep. You can even save the peels from the carrots.
Well, the peels from the carrots, yeah, if it doesn't, you know, you can wash them off really good and just not peel them and make vegetable broth from it. So,
okay, we're going to put these in the dehydrator and we'll be right back. Oh, what? Did you forget?
Green peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Do this with green peppers. Just clean the guts out of them and wash them and slice them in
little pieces.
Dices. Yep. Dice them up, so.
Yep, you can do that. All right, we'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
So, oops. Okay, so what are some uses, Mom?
Oh, me. I never know when you're going to call on me. You can dehydrate almost anything. I mean,
I've dehydrated herbs for years.
I know. Yeah. So you can do your herbs. You can dehydrate those. I even mentioned with our celery that you can do the leafy part. You can dehydrate that and use it in vegetable broth and that type of thing. But some other things you can do are tomatoes. I like to do tomatoes. We didn't show an example. We can't show an example of all these things because there's just so much. But tomatoes, you can slice cherry tomatoes in half and just dehydrate them. You can regular tomatoes. You can slice you know, about a 1/4 inch or so.
And you can super dry the tomatoes and then grind it up in a powder and use that for your spaghetti sauce.
That's the best way I like to use the tomatoes, is I will powder them up after I dry them. And the powder seems to stay for some reason. And then I rehydrate it with a little bit of water, and you have tomato paste, tomato sauce, and that type of thing. So that's really good for tomatoes.
For soups, whatever you want. Yeah,
whatever you need it for. And then you can do onions.
Oh, hold on. I'm back onto the tomatoes. You could use it even, like you could sprinkle a little bit in for chicken curry, which is in our Dining on a Dime Volume 2 cookbook. That would be really good.
Well, even anything, you could sprinkle a little bit of tomato powder on a salad. Yeah, you know,
that'd be good.
Into cottage cheese. I mean, you've got to just let your imagination think, where would I use tomatoes and would like tomato flavor, and then just use your powder on it. Onions. Onions are very easy to dehydrate. And you can use them, of course, in soups and stews and casseroles, you know.
And for onions, you don't have to chop them up. You could dry them in slices and then just break them up when they're done. It goes a lot quicker.
Yeah. A lot of the vegetables you can do that way. It's better just to do bigger or slices. But often people don't think you can powder those onions by running them through a blender or a coffee grinder.
What do you think onion powder is at the store?
And it's onion powder, which is great for making seasoning, you know, the spices. We've got recipes in the book on different seasonings that you can make and everything. Veggie chips, you know, take your zucchinis, all
squashes,
pumpkins,
all that,
cucumbers. You can do turnips, beets, carrots. You can make all of those into veggie chips. And then dip them. Have a veggie dip that you can dip them in, or just eat them out of the bag. And also, with the chips, if you want it more of a chip, what I do is I let them dehydrate about 10 hours longer until they just snap. Usually you dehydrate stuff till it's like rubbery, but for a chip, I will let them go 10 hours longer. Also, these dehydrated vegetables and fruits, when you do either the fruits or the vegetables, you can throw them in the blender. I mean, rehydrate them and then make smoothies. You can make all kinds of the green smoothies that everybody's making now, you know, that type of thing. Of course, the obvious, we've mentioned before, veggie soups, stews, casseroles. A lot of the fruit, when you do it, you've got your own fruit trail mix. I mean, you can add a few nuts to it and you've got that. And so just, I mean, really the sky's the limit that you can do with these. And you can just eat them as regular vegetables, rehydrated. If you, on a lot of them, you can do that. Oh, and the zucchini, the dry zucchini, if your freezer's getting full, I would grate up the zucchini, dehydrate it, and then you can use it in breads. You know, zucchini breads, cakes, those types of things. So you can also take, and I love dehydrating flowers. Now, there's certain flowers that tend to do better, but I would just pick a stalk of something and throw it in the dehydrator and see what it looks like when it's done. Roses are often a little bit better. Carnations do good. They'll darken up and change color sometimes, but they're wonderful for potpourri. You know, you can make your own potpourri then with some of this stuff. Lavender, all the different types of stuff. But I love doing flowers in the dehydrator.
That's what we did with our potpourri. All right, we are back. I forgot to film this when Mom was here, so I'm showing it to you right now. Here is what our celery leaves look like. Here's what our celery looks like right there. Pretty cool. Looks like a little, caterpillar. And here's our carrots. To use these, all you need to do is add boiling water. Let it sit for about 15 to 30 minutes. And then your carrots and your celery, peppers, onions, whatever you use will be reconstituted. If you're putting this in a soup or stew, just throw it in there and let it cook for about 30 minutes before serving. And that is how you dehydrate fresh vegetables. Please check out livingonadime.com for more ideas on how to save money on your grocery bill, along with our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We will see you guys next time.